following has been...
But what was mine?
Say his name a couple more times. Kojima, 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 Kojima. Metal Gear Kojima. Sons of Kojima, 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 Kojima.
Last thing I want to say, because a lot of people don't seem to understand this, okay? A lot of people this week, it seems, are absolutely dominating Twitch TV with streams of Titanfall. And I don't mean Joe Blow Splamoni, the little guy who has 100 people watching his stream, you know, and he's an up-and-comer and a common gamer. I'm talking huge internet YouTubers and gamers. You know, people all week, this is all they've been playing non-stop. And people are like, I don't understand. Why are people... And then some people have been watching the streams. Now, I'll be honest, I've only played this game once, one session. And I don't think I've been immersed enough into it to know enough about the game to make any kind of a verdict on it whatsoever. But some people have been coming even into the stream chat and saying, I don't get it. I've been watching a bunch of big people play this game all week. It doesn't seem like it's anything special. In fact, it actually seems quite boring. Why is everyone playing it? And I don't know why people don't know this yet, because I've talked about it previously on Hate Live. We've done this. I did a whole special about this back in December when there was all this controversy regarding Machinima having this special partnership deal with people to play certain things. And I'm not saying that's the case at this point because it has nothing to do with Machinima this time around. But do you really think that if these people are a major gamer and, you know, it didn't seem like this was going to happen, but all of a sudden all week all they're playing is Titanfall, don't you think there's a reason behind that? Hint, hint. Obviously, it's pretty obvious that these people are being paid by Microsoft to play Titanfall. Because Microsoft really backed Titanfall as its system seller. This is the game that they've been hyping for months, the killer app that you need the Xbox One for. And so obviously they're going to do whatever means necessary to get people to watch and buy the damn game. So they're paying people to play Titanfall all week. Do you really think that if these people are a major gamer and, you know, it didn't seem like this was going to happen, but all of a sudden all week all they're playing is Titanfall, don't you think there's a reason behind that? Hint, hint.
Just when I feel like having fun, because it is a fun game. And problem number one is with sponsors. It's not only with sponsors I'm having problems. I'm having problems with some fans and stalkers and stuff as well, but sponsors have been frustrating lately, not necessarily the ones I'm currently working with. I'm working with Elgato and Scuff and Gamma and Brass Monkey Apps. I work with people that I like, and I totally quit working with other companies because they're so... scummy is the word that I would use. There are so many companies out there that view all of you as just walking dollar signs. Like you just open your mouth and go blah and like throw up your wallet and they just take your money and run away. Companies that don't give a flip about their product and only want sales. And when I talk to them, you don't know that up front. They just reach out to you and it's like, hey, would you like to do a video on this? We'll give you this if you'll do a review. You know, we'll pay you $5,000 if you say blah 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 and blah 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 is good. And I'm like, well, let me take a look at it, let me see what's going on here. Sometimes it lines up with your interests. Sometimes there's a really awesome company that has something really cool that you can share with people, and they just haven't got their word out there yet, and that's a good thing. You know, sharing something that you enjoy with other people, and you get paid for it. That's great. And then there's some companies that are just pushing crap, just total garbage. And it'll go, I'm going to use an example. Well, there are other things. They want a lot of pre-rolls and intrusive advertisements or dishonest reviews, but I'm going to use two examples. They're older examples. I'm not going to talk about current companies that reached out to me, because that's considered in poor taste here on YouTube. I don't want to dump on recent contacts, but I'll talk about some stuff that happened a year or two ago that are near one-to-one examples of what I'm getting a lot of today. There was a company that reached out to me, and they wanted to promote games on the PlayStation 3 marketplace. Not marketplace, they had like a little store where you could buy the arcade games and the indie games, and the big one they wanted to push was DuckTales, which I was initially pretty interested in because I liked DuckTales as a kid. I could probably sing you the whole song right now, like, woohoo, gonna solve a mystery, gonna rewrite history, DuckTales. I'm terrible at singing, I know, but I thought it was kind of cool, and I was like, alright, well, what's the deal with the DuckTales promotion on PlayStation? And the guy was talking to me like, man, you just got to get people to buy this game. And I'm like, how about I just play the game, and then they can buy it if they want it. And they're like, no. This is a commission-based deal. We're going to pay you based on sales. You want to get paid now? You don't even have to wait for this. You get cash fast. And the suit kept saying cash fast for DuckTales. And I was like, no, I really don't want to push DuckTales. Like, I'll play DuckTales for you, but I'm not going to push people to do that. And it's like, and then we went back and forth. And eventually I just said, no, thank you. I can tell you really just don't care and want to get your check. And hit me up a day later, and it's like, dude, you should just buy a PlayStation. I was like, man, I have not posted any PlayStation content on my channel ever. Not that I hate PlayStation, quite the opposite. I'm cheap. I only have one. And don't you think that'd be a little bit weird? Anybody with two brain cells to rub together would notice, and they'd be like, no, dude, people are stupid. They'll never know. And that was really frustrating. Another one that you get is 100% bullshit reviews. Another old problem I had is Roxio reached out to me to review their HD capture card, and it didn't really have much instructions. It was a paid review. I was going to get a check for it. I was like, all right, well, this is sweet. I get to review something, get paid for it. Nice. I even get little, adverts on the videos or whatever. And I did my review, and the product, my honest opinion of it is that it's not really that great. It's a good cheap alternative. If you get HD gameplay, it's really inexpensive and it has an editing suite. I would call it like baby's first capture card, but what I got had some serious problems. Like, it would not work with Sony Vegas. It was specifically designed where you can't edit with anything except for the Roxio software, and anything else would cause you errors. And the live streaming service basically didn't work. So I had these things in my review, and they kept like, nah, you need to edit the review. Nah, you need to do it again. And I kept doing it because I really needed the money at that particular period of time. And it got more and more dishonest. And at the last time I looked at it, and it was just 100% bullshit. Like, it was even one thing I said, the LED light on the front was a little bit bright, like it shined in my face while I was gaming, so I put a little piece of tape over it. And I got a message specifically back about that, about how that's too negative and it hurts our brand and blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't give a fuck about this. I don't give a fuck about your capture card. You can keep your money. I just don't care. And again, these are older examples, but I've been getting a lot of that lately from a lot of pushy companies and people. And again, not the main ones you see on this channel, because I don't work with scumbags, but when they reach out to you, when you don't know, when you first start talking to people you don't know. So that's been really frustrating. Going to move on to the ugliest part about this game, the thing about this game that I don't like more than anything, and that's the fact that PlayStation users can't play it. And you're going to think, well, that's crazy. You know, you're playing on Xbox One here. For those of you that know my channel, I've uploaded a ton of Xbox. I'm mostly an Xbox gamer. I have a PlayStation 4. I play it. I don't post the videos quite as much. It's more of a casual system of me, though I do plan to in the future. But I feel it's a shame that PlayStation users are not going to get to play Titanfall. I'm going to try to kill that Titan with my Titan. I'm not sure if I'm going to get him, or, oh, got him. Very, very nice there. But I don't even think this was a decision by Respawn, but somewhere in the EA hierarchy or corporate structure, they decided to take a payout from Microsoft and do it. And again, it's not something that maybe necessarily, oh, you know, all developers hate Sony. Let's all get together in our evil little cabal and be like, ha 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 ha, PlayStation users, clearly you have the better console, but we won't let you enjoy it. It's probably more like Microsoft offered a buttload of money that would pretty much cover all of the development costs if they would go, you know, Microsoft exclusive. And for a startup title, unlike Call of Duty, where you don't have that kind of crazy money that they have, you you have to take that deal. That covers the entire cost of development of the game and minimizes your risk, and nobody, because of that, in the PlayStation family is going to get to experience this game unless they get it on PC or you know, they go out and buy an Xbox One, which is really, really sad. And another sad thing is, and this is a rumor, I don't have the ability to confirm this, it just showed up on the internet, that the Xbox 360 version of Titanfall is not actually Titanfall. And you're going to like, what do you mean? They're selling kind of like Titanfall, or like Titanfall in quotes? Supposedly, Respawn did not want to make this game for Xbox 360, but somebody somewhere in EA decided that there weren't going to be enough Xbox One units sold, or, you know, the PC gamers weren't going to buy enough for it to be profitable, so they had to go to Xbox 360 to recoup profits, and they actually got a completely different development studio to develop the game for Xbox 360, so it'll be a port from a different studio, and I don't know how good it's going to be. It might be a great port, it might be an amazing port and still be an awesome game and run fine, and all of my complaints be completely and totally unfounded, but I just don't believe that's true, and I have a feeling that it won't be marketed as such. I have a feeling that Titanfall Xbox 360 will be marketed with PC and Xbox One gameplay, and people will buy that and unfortunately get a very different experience, and I hope that's not the case. Again, I hope it's awesome, but that might not be what's going on here. I don't know, in a way that's fair, because one of the things I'm going to write on here as ugly is that some of the burn cards really are tremendously overpowered. Permanent invisibility, permanent ability to see through walls, permanent, you know, faster health regeneration. There's some, you know, permanent, perfect minimap vision to see everybody all the time. Some of these are really, really, really strong and can be abused. I mean, I've actually done whole commentaries. I probably still will upload one where I used my burn card and I played smart and I kept it with me the whole game because I didn't die. But when you die, they're gone. If you kill a guy with a burn card, you've ruined his day, and it gives you bonus points. It says burn card.